Hey everyone, Professor Hank here. So today we're going to talk about the in and not in operators in Python. And these are useful when you want to check if something exists or it doesn't exist inside of lists, strings, dictionaries, and more. So let's go ahead and jump right in. So we can use in to check to see if some value is in a container like a list or string. Not in does the opposite. It's going to check to see if something is not present within that container. So let's look at a couple of examples. So if I wanted to check to see if 2 was in the list 1, 2, 3, then I could use the operator just like this. So it's going to check to see if 2 is present within this list. And that's going to be true because 2, as you can see, is in that list. Now I could also check to see if the character X is in the string text. So I can do that as well. And that's going to be true because we can see that X is in text. I can see if, say, 5 is not in the list 1, 2, 3. And that is also going to be true because 5 is not in that list 1, 2, 3. So true. And then if I check to see if A is not in the string banana, then that is going to be false because you can see that an A is within banana. So let's see that work. So there's our true, 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 and our false. So we can use the in statements or not in statements within if statements, part of test expressions. So let's say that we had a shopping list. So we'll say shopping equals, and then we'll put inside that list milk, bread, and butter. And we wanted to test to see if milk is in the shopping list. So I could do something like this. I could say if milk in shopping. And then if it is, I'll print out milk is already on the list. And then if we run that, you're going to see that it's going to be true. So we're going to see milk is already in the list because milk is in the list. It's one of the items in the list. And we can just as easily use not in to check for items that we don't have. So if I did something like this, if I said if eggs not in shopping, then I'll print don't forget to buy eggs. Something like that. And so you're going to see don't forget to buy eggs because we don't see the string eggs in our shopping list there. So don't forget to buy eggs. So as we saw before, that in and not in will also work with strings. We can check for individual characters within a string. We can even check for entire strings within a string. So let's say that I have the word pineapple. And I want to see if apple is in that word. So if I print apple in word, then that's going to evaluate the true because we can see in pineapple, there's clearly apple. And if I want to see if the substring pair is not in word, then that is going to be true also because we can see there's no substring pair in our pineapple here. So they're both going to evaluate the true. Now let's take a look at a practical example. What if we wanted to check for a formatting error, right? Let's say we wanted to check to make sure that an email address was correct. Well, then we can do something like this. So let's say that we had email address and it was test@example.com. So a little bit of validation here. We can say, well, if the @ is not in email, then we can print out maybe invalid email address. And then when we run this, then we're not going to see anything, right? Because we can see that the @ is actually in there, right? So no output there. But if we made a mistake and we forgot our @ in there, then we ran this, then you could see that it is an invalid email address. So that's kind of handy. We can use the not in to check and catch formatting errors. Very easy to do. Now, in will also work with tuples and set, which are going to act a lot like lists for checking for membership. So let's say that I had the tuple numbers equals 1, 2, 3, and I wanted to check to see if 2 is in that tuple. Then I could do something like this, and that's going to evaluate the true because 2 is in the tuple numbers. So you can see that we've got our true there. Now if I have the set colors and I assign to it red, green, blue, I can check to see if maybe blue is in colors. So I'll do print blue in colors. and that is going to evaluate to true. So we're going to see that on the screen because we can clearly see that blue is a member of that set. We can also check to see if the set doesn't contain a particular color. So if yellow is not in colors, right? So we can do something like that. And that is going to also evaluate the true because as you can see within that set, there's no string yellows. So that's going to be 2 trues as well. So very handy. Fast, clean, and reliable for all kinds of collections. Now we can also use in with dictionaries, but it's going to behave slightly differently because in with dictionaries checks for keys and not values. So let's see what that looks like. So I'll create a dictionary and I'll assign to it the key value pairs name, and the name of the person will be Alice, and then age, and I'll assign to that key the value 28. Now, if I print out name in person, this is going to evaluate the true because that key does exist within the dictionary. And if I print Alice in person, the result of that, that's going to be false because Alice is a value and not a key. Remember, this is checking to see if keys exist within the dictionary. And so if I run this and print it out, you're going to see we got our true and we got our false. Of course, not in is going to work in a similar way. So I could maybe use a test here and do if email is not in person, then I'll print out something like, no email provided. Again, because we're checking for keys. So I've got a name of a person in my dictionary here. I've got their age, but there's no email entry. So this is going to evaluate the true because there's no email key in the dictionary. And so we're going to see no email provided. This kind of check is great for optional data or default values. Now here's a couple of quick mistakes to watch out for. Using in with non-iterable types or types that aren't containers can cause an error. So for example, if we have num equals 42, 42 is an integer, it's not a container. So if I was to try to print 2 in num and try to see if 2 actually exists in there, this is going to be an error, right? Because num isn't, this 42 here, it's not a container, it's an actual literal value, right? It's an integer. So if I go to run that, bleh. So we see the error here, type error, argument of type int is not iterable. That's the error that you get for that. And then another would be to forget that in will only check keys in dictionaries and not for the actual values. So for example, if I had a dictionary with the key value pair city and Porto, then if I was to print out Porto in data, this is going to evaluate to false. Why? Because in checks the keys and not the values. Okay, so there you have it. That is the in and not in operators in Python. As usual, if you are a student of mine, you have any questions about the content of this video or any of the other videos in our courses, feel free to stop by our online Zoom office hours or email me via Canvas. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.